All right, well, welcome back to the channel. A bit of a different video today, something a little bit shorter. So I spoke about it on the Gib whilst I was on the Gib, just what I did with the King's 85 litre fridge. But during that Exmouth trip, after 12 or 13 days, the freezer really started frosting up and the cool air stopped circulating. So the fridge was getting up to 9 or 10 degrees, even after being closed all night. So yeah, did a bit of research online. It seems like it's a common issue with not only the Kings, but even the Bushmans. Just the freezer frosts up. Obviously you're opening and closing the door all the time and moisture gets in. But yeah, obviously a few options out there. A lot of the solutions. You got to drill some holes to tap into the compressor wiring to make sure the fan comes on only when the compressor's running. But what I've done is I've put two 5-volt fans in the fridge on a temperature activated relay. And I didn't actually have to drill any holes through the fridge itself. Everything's sort of tapped in through the circuit board that's on the inside of the fridge. But I'll show you what I've done and hopefully it can help one of you guys out. All right, well, this is inside of the fridge, obviously. So that's just a 5-volt temperature relay. I've got a 5-volt fan blowing down the side off the freezer. And then what I've done here is I've mounted another 5-volt fan in the drip tray. The idea for that is that this fan blows the cool air along the side of the freezer. And then I've got another fan that blows directly down. The wiring obviously could do with a bit of a tidy up. I actually did it as a bit of a trial and never got around to tidying it all up and doing it properly. But I'll pop this off. I might just grab a screwdriver, pop this off, and I'll show you how I've wired it up without having to drill any holes. All right, I just popped that circuit board out just with a screwdriver. There's nothing holding it in. It just sort of clips in. But you can see there on the bottom right-hand side of the circuit board, you've got, these are actually empty when you open it up, but I've just soldered in 5-volt positive and then also a ground. One thing to make sure is when you solder to that circuit board, you don't short them out across there. Otherwise, it will be in a bit of strife. But yeah, I've got the two positives coming out of there, the one negative, and I'll put that back in and I'll turn the fridge on and show you how it operates. All right, so turn the fridge on there. Currently the thermometer's telling me it's 33 degrees in there, which is that thermometer there. I've also got the temperature probe here, and according to the sensor or the temperature relay, it's 32.7 degrees. But you can see now the fridge fan, this one here is running. And this one back here is also running. So yeah, basically you can push that set button and change what temperature you want that to come in. Want the fan to turn on rather. I had it set to 3.5, but I might drop that to 3 degrees. You can also hold that set button for a little bit, and yeah, you can set it to obviously you want to cool. I've got a 1 degree temperature difference. That's the operating temperatures. If you do need to change the offset, so like I said before, this temperature was telling me it was 33 degrees and that was 32.7, but if that was really out, you can change that offset, which obviously I don't need to do. But yeah, that's how I've got it all wired up. I might put a wiring diagram up there, up on the screen, just to show you how it's all running. Oh well, that's how I've wired up the two 5-volt fans into the King's 85 litre upright fridge. Definitely worth doing if you've got one of these upright fridges, even if it's a Bushman's or whatever else is out there. Definitely worth doing. It just stops that freezer icing up. The freezer still gets cold. You can keep ice creams in there, ice blocks, whatever else you want. In terms of power consumption, you barely notice it. I'd say the two fans and the temperature relay, they might draw 0.25 amp hours. You really barely notice it. And actually overnight or over a week, I found the efficiency off the fridge has improved because it's cycling through cooling cycles less often. I'd say because the fans are pushing that cool air down from the freezer, the temperature sensor on the fridge, because it's circling that cool air, the fridge doesn't have to cycle as often. So if anything, my overall power consumption's reduced. But yeah, the two fans and the temperature relay, I got everything off Alibaba or AliExpress, one of the two. The two fans are probably $5 each, and the temperature relay I might have paid $10 for it. One thing, make sure you get 5-volt fans and the 5-volt temperature relay. The first one I ordered, I did order the 5-volt, but they sent me the 12-volt. I wired it all up and it wouldn't work. So yeah, make sure you get the right temperature relay and the right fans. But yeah, might take you 45 minutes to install it and tidy up some wiring, but yeah, definitely recommend doing it. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Cheers.